Yeah.
In today's episode of Live Evolution, we are accompanied by Haleluya Hailu. The Vancouver-raised singer-songwriter describes herself as Vancouver's niche black girl indie sleaze pop rock star, and she is just that. We discussed funny venue stories, moving to Nielsen, BC, and new music projects. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm DJ, your host. Welcome back to Live at Evolution. Today, we are accompanied with the incredibly talented Haleluya Hailu. Hi, Haleluya.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing pretty good.
Doing pretty good. I want to start off by saying thank you for joining us here today. So I've got some questions for you.
Hell yeah.
All right, so first question. Haleluya Hailu, that's your legal name.
It's my govy name.
Govy name. And you also use it as your stage name.
Yeah.
What is the meaning behind that? That's a really cool name.
I think it's a lot more disappointing than people realize. My mom kind of had decided what she wanted to name her kids like before she had them. So me and my younger brother. And she just thought, Haleluya, that's a cool name when she was in her 20s. And it kind of just stuck when she had me. No musical reference, actually. So it just ended up being a great coincidence that I went into the arts.
That's pretty awesome. Speaking of arts and performing, you've performed at a lot of Vancouver venues. You performed like Redgate, Buddha, Victory Square, the Roxy, a bunch more. What venue has been your favorite to play at thus far?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to actually have to rack my brain about this. I think the funniest venue, this is going to be like a two-parter. The funniest venue I played a gig with Canadian Music Incubator. It was like sponsored by TD, so they set us up essentially in just right in front of a Save On Foods in like an outdoor strip mall. It was an outdoor gig. It was so funny because obviously it felt like we were interrupting other people's days. And I didn't have a full like drum kit. We had the whole band. So my drummer was cornered off to percussion, and we had like my keyboard player use like a upside down shopping cart. It's like a keyboard stand. That was a fun one. Like, I think that's a very memorable gig in my
Go shopping.
head. Yeah.
Stop by a concert.
We thought we were going to get yelled at by the Save On Foods manager, but he was just like, oh, you're doing this? Okay. They paid us well. So shout out to Canadian Music Incubator and the Redgate always. I love the Redgate. It's such a great venue. The team there is the best. And it's located in such a great area. Sounds always good. It's always a good time playing the Redgate.
You heard it, Redgate. What do you feel is the best song that you've written?
Oh, it's not out yet. And it won't be out for a while. I don't know. You're constantly changing and evolving as a songwriter. And I think in the last 2 years, I've like noticed a lot of growth in myself. I'm putting out a project in a couple of months. And my favorite song off of that definitely has to be a tune called Postal Code. It was like one of my favorite ones to write because it was one of those songs that we just had to keep writing and rewriting, and it like stayed like on a hard drive for 1.5 years, and we ended up coming back to it. It was originally like a breakup song about like being like, oh, like I care about you, but this isn't gonna work out. And I went like a little bit of time passed. I was like, this isn't really any new territory. And it ended up being a song I wrote about like growing up and figuring out what the hell I'm doing with the rest of my life. So definitely one of my favorite ones, and it's not going to be out for a while.
You've spent some time in Nielsen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that your experience in Nielsen was needed in order to create the art that you're making today?
That's a good one. I feel like, every artist has their like their Batman moment. Like, my parents weren't murdered by like a comedic Gotham City villain, but everybody needs a weird little thing they need to overcome. I moved to Nielsen as a bit of like a deeply impulsive decision. Like,
Oh, yeah?
not a lot of thought was put into it. It was like, my senior year in high school, and I'd gotten into a couple schools locally and a couple not near home. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna go somewhere that, I can't let anybody predict my next move. I'm gonna go to the place that least matches my vibe. I don't think I would have grown as much as like I have in the last 2 years if I didn't throw myself in a really weird environment where I had to adapt to what it was. Like, small town BC definitely isn't where I think I need to live forever. And I deeply enjoy my time I spent in Nielsen, but yeah, bit of a tangent.
I wanted to say congratulations on you being added to Spotify's Fresh Finds playlist.
Hell yeah.
How do you celebrate your achievements and milestones?
I feel like I should be a little bit bigger with stuff. I remember whenever I put out like my last single, I was just like, I could go out and celebrate, but I want to be at home. It's so cold outside right now.
It is a little chilly outside.
I feel like, you have to celebrate every little win. It's usually just like a little silly treat. That's what I call it.
Silly little treat?
Every day I buy myself a silly little treat, which probably lowers the dopamine response I get. So I need to buy bigger and bigger treats over time. But yeah, I think with Fresh Finds, I was walking around like a Safeway. I was like a little lightheaded because I just like done a medical thing. I'm just like, oh, I need to get Advil. I need to get like groceries. And I thought it was like a weird like spam email when I got the Spotify email. I ended up buying myself some hair dye to celebrate. So I'm a blonde now. That was my treat for that.
You're rocking the blonde.
Hell yeah.
So was there a pivotal moment for you where you felt like you switched from being someone who makes music into a musician?
That's a good one. I'm actually having to like use my brain. As a musician, I don't use my brain very often. Yeah, I think there's this like, there's not like too much of a difference. I think anybody that bothers to make art is a musician. Like, I'm a firm believer of everybody should try and make a thing once. And even if you've bothered to like sit down and try and write something of your own, you're a musician rather than just a person that plays guitar. I think it's like the level of effort you want to put in that kind of switches that dynamic. I feel like I only like started taking music seriously a little bit like mid, like when we were kind of crawling out of that pandemic-y hole where it was just like, oh, it's like okay to go outside-ish kind of like that bit in 2021. Because after the world shutting down for a little bit, you realize, I'm willing to take some risks right now.
What is one thing you wished people knew about you?
Ooh. I wish I came across more mysterious. Like the problem is like I tell everybody everything. So
open book.
I talk too much naturally, so I overshare. I wish that people knew less about me. I wish I could be mysterious.
Mysterious. Ooh, okay. Well, you dropped your latest hit, Pinball. The visual, by the way, is amazing for that, and the song's amazing. Go check it out if you haven't. Does that mean your EP's on the way? Mm-hmm. Is it coming soon? Maybe.
Yes. I'm going to be a little bit tight-lipped about the specifics about it.
You're not at liberty to share?
I'm not. I definitely can. It's not that serious. But I'm going to try and start being mysterious now.
Start now.
We have one more single coming out, and I'm going to have to actually make the post probably like the moment I get out of this chair. There's an email thread I got to like reply to called Manic Pixie Pacifist, and that one's out February 16th, and then the EP will be out the following month. Mm-hmm.
So when you perform when you perform with a band, you call them your fake friends.
Yeah.
Why do you call them your fake friends?
This is a funny story. I think only funny to me, actually. I remember I'd finished my first year at Nielsen, and our first show back, like when I was here in the summer, was at Smiling Buddhas, which has since burnt down. R.I.P. Smiling Buddhas. But they're going to rebuild, hopefully, maybe. And when we were going to go and play it, I didn't really have a name for the band. And it was, I think the poster just said Haleluya and Friends. And I was like, that's boring. And it became like a weird running joke when I was in Nielsen rehearsing for the shows back in Vancouver. I called my band the Born Again Virgins. I don't even remember where that came from, but it was a funny bit. It was so funny, the 3 weeks before the show. And I had seriously thought about naming my band that. But another band in Vancouver actually changed their name to something very similar. So I was like, all right, We got to scrap that. And the fake friends thing just came naturally off of like, I would like to be mean and so evil towards my friends that I guilt into playing music with.
Nice. Wow. That's a cool, like,
It's a can of
arc.
worms.
Yeah. Switching over, now your fashion is your fashion's pretty cool. I've seen your fits on Instagram. What inspires your fashion? Do you style yourself?
Yeah. I feel like the way I dress is like, I think I've described it as kooky kindergarten teacher
Teacher.
I don't know. I feel like, especially Vancouver, I'm going to rag on Vancouver. It's kind of my brand. People are a little afraid to experiment. You can wear whatever you want. Nobody, like, it doesn't matter. You know, the world's on fire. Put on pattern. Like, you know, you can put on like 8 scrunchies on your arm. Like, it's really not that deep. I feel like I've been a lot happier when I'm just like, yeah, screw it. I'll wear 2 skirts and a pair of I haven't gotten that ridiculous, but
getting there.
I'm getting there.
Now, do you have a specific guitar that you use most of the time?
Yeah. I don't have like really expensive gear, you know. It doesn't matter what gear you have. You know, it's the artist, not the equipment. But for a very long time, I played Squier Stratocaster live. That's the electric black and white guitar that I'm pictured a lot with. And now I just play a Yamaha electroacoustic guitar that you can just plug in, has the built-in tuner. I'd like to upgrade soon, though. I'm looking at guitars. I'm figuring out what I want. My dream guitar, hopefully, you know, the album will sell out. I'll go triple diamond or whatever. It's this guitar. It's called a Daisy Rock guitar. So they're actually made for like kids or children-sized guitars. So they're a little smaller. And I've seen them on TikTok, which makes me angry because the resale price went like triple up. I'll live. They used to go for like $300 or $400 on eBay, but now it's very hard to find them because they stopped manufacturing them. They're in like the shapes of hearts and flowers and like really cutesy like kitty things. But that would have been my vibe. Kooky kindergarten teacher
with a flower or heart guitar. That would have been awesome.
It would have been so cool, but soon enough.
Soon. Well, my last and final question for you is the 2 guitars that you have now, do you have names for them?
This is actually a discussion I've had for a while. I think, so the electric one I have has a lot of Simpson stickers on it. I call her Lisa. And I call my acoustic Ryan, after Ryan Ross of Panic at the Disco. And it's kind of cringy that I named a guitar that, but I'm sticking to the branding.
Lisa and Ross.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thank you. That's all I had for you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
This is a song on the project. I wrote it with Jared from 604 because I can't pronounce his last name and I don't want to do that on camera. I wrote this in the fall of 2021. This is a song about partying too much, but it sounds happy in the recording. But I'm going to play it sounding really sad. It's called Let Me Be Sentimental. Crumbs in my bed, so I'll stay in yours. Come home to your place after the show. Tired of swaying to this kick on tune 4 in a sea full of genius. Let me be sentimental. Oh, holes in my shirt, so I'll borrow yours. We are in this liminal space, a moment of grace before we're too attached. Deep in my bones, I know something's wrong in a town filled with nothing. I'm barely sentimental. We're not fixing anything, pretend, make it right. Both of us wanted it so bad, never bother in a fight. Till now. Oh, holes in my memory, please, so I'll borrow yours after the shower. Look in the mirror, defog what I don't know. Down the drain I leave the haze, the smokes, the drinks, and I could stand to be sober if I could listen to these playlists from all these kids who come from the suburbs. But we're not fixing anything, pretend to make it right. Both of us wanted it so bad, never bothering a fight till now. Till now. Oh, am I a poor princess on a stack of mattresses by the BP, waiting for an ending? It's never gonna happen. Is it the overdose of estrogen? Cause you hated on my toxic friends. I wanna band-aid up my brain so we don't have a falling out again. Oh, smudging my glasses so I'll take them off. Rose-colored image, ooh, now it's gone. You're so distant and disgusting, ooh, I love you more in a sea full of genius. Let me be sentimental. Oh. Thank you. Slay.
Welcome to Never Have I Ever, the game where the truth always wins. You either confess or deny to a list of statements being read aloud. In today's episode, we are joined by special guest Haleluya Hailu. Never have I ever written a song about someone.
I definitely have. I write very directed songs about very specific things that have happened with specific people.
Never have I ever broken a bone.
I do not plan on it. I like my bones being not broken.
Never have I ever thought a fan was cute.
No, it's weird. Like, I don't like being perceived, if that makes sense. Like a random stranger, like every once in a while, somebody will be like, "Hey, I know you from music." I'm like, "How do you know my name? Get away from me." Not to, no offense to Hallelujah fans, you're all hot. There's no such thing as an ugly Hallelujah fan, but not my type.
Never have I ever crowd surfed at a show.
I actually haven't. I'm afraid. I'm tiny. What if they drop me? Me and my band played Edge of the World Festival in the summer, and my bass player is like, "You have to crowd surf. You're the tiniest one out of all of us. Nobody's gonna want to crowd surf us." But I was like, "Look at them. They're gonna drop me." But I haven't. I'm looking for a good opportunity. So invite me to your show, guys.
Never have I ever snuck into a show.
I sometimes don't want to pay for door, and I will not elaborate so I don't get banned from anywhere.
Never have I ever had a song written about me.
Don't date musicians. I wouldn't be as offended if they were actually good. Shots fired, but yeah.
Never have I ever fallen on stage mid-performance.
All the time. I like wearing heels on stage, but quick recovery.
Never have I ever traveled solo.
I have. For the first time this fall, I went on like a solo acoustic tour. It was terrifying.
Never have I ever dyed my hair an unnatural color.
Please. I had blue hair like 3 weeks ago. I've had blue, green, and bright red so far. Almost.
Never have I ever gone skinny dipping.
I don't know what I need to elaborate on, but yes. Ocean. Nature.
Never have I ever seen a ghost.
But I dated this dude who would, like, on our first date, he was just like, ghosts are real and I believe in Bigfoot. And I don't know why I kept going out with him. But I think that is a red flag if you are in the dating scene. Bigfoot and ghosts. Look out, ladies.
Never have I ever met a celebrity.
Depends what you define as a celebrity. What's like the weirdest one? I feel like one time I went to a show at Green Auto Body and I was trying to get to the washroom and there was this like big gaggle of people and I was kind of like trying to push out of the way because I was trying to go to the washroom. Turns out Finn Wolfhard was there and I was like, oh, but I still need to pee. Was not that starstruck, but great show. Great show at the end of it. And I did go to the washroom.
Never have I ever sleepwalked.
I sleepwalk very often. I sleep talk. I snore. I'm terrible. I don't rest.
Never have I ever pulled an all-nighter.
I went to music school, man. I didn't do any assignments all the time.
Never have I ever been fired from a job.
I have never been fired, but I quit from all of my jobs. Yeah.
Never have I ever been sent to the principal's office in school.
I actually have to think about this. I don't think I have. No, I was such a good kid in school. I did nothing wrong. I'm a grade A, class A person. Yeah. Okay, I hope I don't mess this one up. There's a little bit of animosity in that last one. You know, there's people in the studio. Everybody here, I want you to do a big boo. My ex-boyfriend. Oh, can I say it on the radio? We'll bleep you out. Yeah, my ex-boyfriend, guys. Boo! Yeah, thank you. This is a public hate campaign I'm running by writing a song and hoping to never run into him in public. This is a song called Manic Pixie Pacifist, and it's about how my ex tried to gaslight the out of me. And then I went, wait, this isn't my fault. I'm not crazy. Don't call me and expect anything other than my usual apathetic tone. I'm not a cop, I'm not a priest, but you confess it all to me. Who else knows? Maybe I'm just a manic pixie pacifist. Act 3 of the life that you've been living in. Just a step in your character development. Was I just playing a role when you were taking me home? We took the day to cry for babe. I told you I'm afraid to change, you went away. I pity the version of me who carved our name into that tree. I hate the way I left it. I took the weight and let you up. You say I'm manifested, but I know the power gets you off. Maybe I'm just a manic pixie pacifist. Act 3 of the life that you've been living in. Just a step into your character development. Was I just playing a role when you were taking me home? Maybe I'm just a manic pixie pacifist. Act 3 of the life that you've been living in. Just a step into your character development. Was I just playing a role when you were taking me home? Thank you. Hell yeah.
Welcome to the Word Song Association game, where you're given a word and 15 seconds to come up with a song containing that word. On today's episode, we have special guest Haleluya Hailu. Let's see if she can win the Word Song Association game. Dream.
This is what dreams dreams are made of. I don't even remember what that song is called. I just know that bit. Or like the Fleetwood Mac one. Yeah. The Hillary. Why do I know that?
Sleep.
I'm thinking of pillow talk, listening in the plane, the pleasure. But I can't. The word sleep is probably in that song. It's about pillows, somewhere in there.
Shot.
Shot, 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 shot. Everybody. Okay, that was an easy one.
Wall.
I'm thinking about if these walls could talk. It's a Halsey song. It's about 4 days and a heart attack, but he don't know.
Air.
If I breathe, if I ain't got no air. It's like the Jordan Sparks one. That's not even the melody. I just know the word air is in it.
Never.
I never say never. I never thought that I could win the battle. I never thought that I did it. But I just. I remember the Jaden Smith verse in that song. He's bigger than me, stronger than me. Okay, that's enough.
Lights.
You turn the lights on with it. I don't even remember the lyrics to that one. It's just like, you turn the lights on and you turn them back off. Those are not the lyrics. It's just I've chosen to remember it like that.
Catch.
I've got troubled thoughts and the self-esteem to match. What a catch. What a catch. Hell yeah. I love Fall Out Boy.
Friend.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Power.
What's that freaking Kanye West song? The melody's not right, but the Kanye West one.
Count.
A, B, C. Easy as 1, 2. They don't say the word count in that. They don't say the word count in that. Do, re, mi, A, B, C. You can count on me. Like 1, 2, 3. I did it. I figured that one out, guys. Hell yeah.
Century.
Remember me for centuries. Hey. Hey. That one. Shut up, Fall Out Boy again.
King.
This is a terrible one. I hate this band. Oopsie. I'm king of the clouds. Clouds. Da, 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 da. I'm a new Panic at the Disco hater. But that one has the word king in it. I'm confident in that.
Bridge.
That's a hard one. Yeah, no. London, London, London Bridge, the Fergie one. Yeah. Wow, that was really rough. Oh my god. Besides all that mess, I lived in Nelson, BC for 2 years, and all I got was this stupid EP that I'm excited to put out. It's my favorite song on it. It's about being sad, but realizing the worst thing you can do when you're sad is decide to move to a new city for no damn reason. It's called Postal Code. It's about, moving doesn't fix your problems. Yeah. I finally got a pair of cowboy boots. I went blind, but now I'm back in my recession roots. I got a job that makes me cover up my cool tattoos. Ever since I moved closer to the mountainside, I haven't seen the rain, but the stars are clear in the sky. This little town is slowly shrinking down to half the size. Maybe it's you, maybe it's me, maybe the truth just isn't that deep. You ask me to stay, Nothing's fixed by a brand new poster cut. Driving Greenwood, I remember back to Baker Street. The cowboy hat kiss at that party that you stole from me. You know it's hard for me to stop and let a good thing be. I doubled down on things I think I said but never meant. I told my therapist I blame it on the government. I'm growing out my hair and slowly losing all my friends. Maybe it's you, maybe it's me, maybe the truth just isn't that deep. You ask me to stay, I lied through my teeth. You fall to rock bottom, isn't that steep? I can't stop running off. Nothing's fixed by a brand new postal code. I can't stop running out. Nothing's fixed by a brand new postal code. Nothing's fixed by a brand new postal code. Got a job for the summer, but I think I'm still broke. I've been spending all my money on some new used clothes. All these old friends are leaving, I just need a recast. I know seasons keep changing, but it's going too fast. I've been running from the present with the weight of my past. I know everybody leaves, I know everybody dies, I know everybody grieves, I know everybody cries, I know everybody lies. Maybe I can see it, I know everybody tries to, everybody does. Maybe I just never like to. Everybody. Maybe I am just another one of everybody. Thank you. Find me on the internet. There's only one Haleluya Hailu that matters. Manic Pixie Pacifist comes out February 16th, so you should listen to it. Sorry about that Haleluya Hailu comment. I know there is another Haleluya Hailu. I got into some brief Twitter beef about it. Sorry. But I'm the second most important Haleluya Hailu on earth. Yeah, stream Manic Pixie Pacifist.